We'll see if it's live. Am I going live? Come on in, I'm live. Live at 5. And I have a cat below me, but you can't see that. Can you? Brianna is here. 5 people are here. 2 likes. Well, wouldn't it be great if everybody came into the chat, liked the video right away when they came into the chat? Oh, that's the American dream. Liking your chat so you get that social clout, so you can pat yourself on the back, so you can pad your numbers and say, I'm the best out there. What does it even matter? I don't know. We have the best viewers on YouTube here. That's all that matters. And guess what? I spent a bunch of money on a device made by Netgear. Don't ever buy a Netgear device. I'll show you what I bought. It's garbage. Hot garbage. So this is what I got. This little thing right here. You're supposed to plug it into your wall and it extends it. And it did work to a certain extent. And now this piece of junk garbage, I unplugged it and I have barely any bars on my Wi-Fi and it works just fine. So I'm incredibly just like, whatever, you suck. You're a piece of trash. Don't buy Netgear products. I've never bought a Netgear product that I've ever been able to set up properly. I bought a router years ago. I had to call their tech support. I bought this thing and downloaded their stupid app and I had to call their tech support and it worked and now it's not working. Big surprise. Maybe, I don't know, whatever. Don't buy Netgear products. Back to Best Buy with you. As long as this connection is consistent, we are good to go, everybody. Okay, so who do we have in the chats right now? Brianna's here, John is here, Pat's here, Susanna, Ms. Trina, Martin is here, Selena, Brian, Jeff, Reno, Sue, Jim, Vegas J, bowl full of pancakes. I got a bowl full of coconuts. Margarita, Eric Castillo, Hannah, Connie, John, Shujak, Steve Miller, Eric, I already said your name, John, Jerry, Indominus, El Queso, the cheesy one is in the house. Then we got Evan's mom, Devi. Oh, Mad hasn't been here in a while. Glad you're here. Diana's here. Corey's here. Oh, it's getting too fast. I can't read all the name. Bruce is here. Philip's here. Tony's here. Good juju slots too much. Lots of people in the chat. Thanks for coming in the chat. It's a Vegas chat. It's a random chat. Shoe Jack, you are too kind. Thank you so much. Look at me. This is not from a Thai place. This is from peanuts that we bought at the Filipino store. It says boiled peanut cold. Don't worry, I washed it. We left the peanuts out. They went rancid. Ew, that's gross. Anyways, Richard's here. Martin's here. Everybody's in his house. Oh, Red Pill Gary's back. I love it for you being here. I wonder where Wall Street is. He's usually in here blowing you up with emojis so you all can complain about something that you never paid for. Don't worry, I'm not going to become abusive of the audience. But hey, if you're just watching this and you want to make the live subscriber count work, you can subscribe to the channel. And if you don't, if you unsubscribed, it's going to go down, and I don't like you doing that, but people do it to play with it. What are we talking about tonight? It's just a random Vegas chat. We'll talk about anything. You're going to lead me to the topics, and I'm going to give you guys some opinions. It's all just opinions. Nothing you say here can be used in a court of law unless I say crazy things. Susanna is coming here in a few weeks. Lawton, Oklahoma's in the house. 4K backdrop. Yeah, it's actually just 1080p, but you don't know the difference. So yeah, it's a 4K backdrop. Why not? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to change this disclaimer around because I want it to be aligned to the right. So, boom, howdy. I like it better now already. Don't you like it too? I like it. Your mom likes it. Your grandma likes it. Home off the road, out of the rig. Glad to watch you at home. Thank you, Corey. So Corey's a truck driver. Are there any other truck drivers in the house? You guys get special mention for keeping us going during the COVID deal when none of us had anything at the stores and everybody probably blamed you guys. It wasn't very nice. What's up, Tony? I got Vinny. Thank you, Vinny. Whoa, thank you, Okerlund. Shouts go out to Kristen. Kirsten or Kristen? I always say it wrong, Okerlund. I am terrible. Are the Raiders going to play this year? Of course they are. They probably won't play to any fans. As you have mentioned in the past to me, they're not collecting the third installment of the season tickets. Reza truck driver, cool. Wabba labba dub dub. That means I am in incredible pain. Did you guys know that means please help me, I'm in incredible pain. It's a Rick and Morty reference, which was a good show until the last season when it sucked. Jersey T is here. Robert is here. Whoa, you guys are way too generous for me tonight. I can't keep up. Thank you guys so much. Wow, it's 96 degrees right now. Yes, we're getting into some hot weather next week. It'll be 113 degrees on Monday or Tuesday. This ties a record from 1939 that was set. Oh, it's going to be warm. How do you like staying on the Westgate, planning on a trip? I've never stayed at the Westgate. Just don't do the timeshare tour. They tend to be, in my experience, my editorial opinion, I've heard, and I've worked with Westgate, they can be a little bit pushy, but maybe they're being nice. I get paid to come through Vegas driving. Irving says, very cool. Winning Travelers here. Hi, Steven. Hey, Steven. Where's Blackjack? He's right below me. I'm touching him with my foot. Vegas is turning the heat up. It is. I'm back, Tata. I am back in the saddle again, as Aerosmith once said. It was 90 degrees in Minneapolis and Minnesota. I bet you that was swelteringly, horribly hot. It was probably terrible for you. Yeah, it's a little too warm to do anything. You don't garden in that heat. You just wish you didn't live in the heat. But it goes away in a few months. And then we have beautiful weather where all y'all in Minnesota are complaining about the snow and the ice. And we're just saying, that's funny. It was 58 degrees today. So I had Cindy from Best Las Vegas Gifts here today. We chatted about some stuff. And she's ready to take your orders if you guys want to order anything from bestlasvegasgifts.com. It would really help her out. Her job is predicated and dependent on the casinos like a lot of people, and conventions in particular. So she's not too happy about what's going on. Mr. Classic TV, wow, that is so nice. Thank you, guys. So you give me some topics, and we'll talk about the topics. Last night I thought I'd have a bunch of Vegas haters in the house, but I didn't, and I was looking for a debate. Looks like we can't debate over here. Vegas is perfect in the fall, winter, and spring. So we have 3/4 of the year where it is perfect, Hannah. I think you are completely right on that. If any info about the World Series of Poker, don't suspect that will happen this year. Didn't they just do a big online? And I had Phil Helmuth in here. That wasn't really him. He spelled his name wrong. What's the weather like in Vegas in late September? I did a video. Whoa, hooked. What did I catch? Hoping my hotel is open this weekend. M Resort. I don't see the reason that they wouldn't, except for some Vegas bloggers are going crazy with the idea of, Vegas is going to close. It's so easy to throw out the negative, and then in the long run, you lose all credibility. At least I know I would. I'd be afraid of that. So it'll be open. What were we talking about just before that? I got to go back up here. I've got good news. Well, I'm going to do some stuff on the news tomorrow. We'll have to do a news video on this channel, even if it means I'm sitting in front of this backdrop doing it for you guys. And, I can't figure out how to make this record in 1080p. It just records in 720. It sucks. I saw where Caesars employees must be tested. Yeah, we'll talk about that. That'll be a topic. So Caesars is testing for COVID. I have a Twitter, and I posted that on my Twitter. I don't even know what my Twitter handle is. So I posted some news up on my Twitter. It's not like I was the only one. I'm sure all the bigger channels did post that. So my Twitter handle is... what the hell? Who am I? Not leaving LV. So I posted that up on my Twitter earlier on. I was antagonizing some of the companies late last night. I couldn't sleep again. And then my advisor said, stop doing that. Don't do that. Twitter is just a hellhole of hate. And it probably is, but I'm supposed to be on Twitter. Somehow I have 110 subscribers or followers or whatever they call them. Everyone here loves NLLV. I have to show you guys, because somebody in the chat, and he can say his name if he wants, he sent me a Raiders keychain. It's in my car. I'm going to have to bring it and show you on the next live stream I do. Arnold has no guns. These are deflated little pistols. So let's see what we got. Supposed to be 105 this weekend, where the humidity will feel like 118. Yeah, but it's a moist heat. See, do you like that, Minnesota? Do you like it when I say, yeah, but it's a moist heat? We don't like it when you say it's a dry heat, because whereas you guys might get it for a week at a time, we just get it for a month and a half, 2 months, but it's a dry heat. Get the heck out of here. I'd rather be in Vegas instead of North Dakota. North Dakota is my favorite of the Dakotas. So, yeah, the employees at Caesars are going to be tested for C19 virus. That's how we say it here on the chats, and YouTube still manages to demonetize the heck out of me. So, yes, you're going to have to be tested if you are an employee, and you can't work if you don't get tested. Got a problem with that? Because I certainly don't. Wouldn't you rather know that you're spreading something than coming to work, and then you don't have to come to work and you're not part of the problem? The Mod Museum, I've been told, is worth going. I have not been in there myself. I have to go this year. Late September, Vegas, it's nice in late September. Your temperatures will be 80 to 100. And I know it's a huge range, but the first time I ever came to Vegas when I met Caroline, it was September 28th and it was 102. But most of the time, that's a heat wave for the end of September. September will be 80 to 90 degrees in most cases. At night, it gets chilly. I mean, because the temperature variance is so big and we get those fall winds coming in. And so it'll be chilly. So you're going to want to bring your chilly nighttime clothes. Let's see here. I grew up 5 miles from Estevan, Saskatchewan. I don't think you meant Estevan, St. Louis. Do you remember? Do you remember September? Yeah, remember the something of September? Is that from that movie V from Vendetta, where Guy Fawkes tried to blow up the British Parliament? He was a terrorist. You guys know that, right? Yeah, you're worshiping terrorists when you worship movies like that. But anyways, hey, nowadays everybody's against the government. Everybody hates the government. Mob Museum is good, interesting. Okay, so here's what we got. My headphones were bad. Sorry about that, Verna. My headphones are good. Nice background, brother. Blessings, everyone. Yeah, look at me. I am completely ridiculously not where I want to be on the camera. I want to show more of my body, so I got to put my chair up a little bit. Even without humidity, the heat is brutal in July. I was there last July. I walked from Gordon Biersch to the Silver Sevens. That was my max walk the entire trip. I don't blame you. That's a far walk in that kind of heat. September. Oh, dude. Oh, yeah, my. No. Something in September. No. Middle of November. You just name anything, any month that ends in R. You can be Earth, Wind, and Fire. Got a midweek comp for M Life. Use it, man. Use it. Just don't expect it to be like crazy off the rails. Canadians can come to Vegas, but when they return home, they have to do a 14-day quarantine. Who's checking on you? That's my question. Canada can check on you more than the United States. Are you going to do any more hotel reviews with cool music? Yes. Okay, so here's what I got going on. It's a lot, and I work a full-time job. I have a thing on my desk. I'll show you the bottom of it. There's the bottom of it. This is a sponsored video, so I'm a sellout now. I have that. I got to do that by the 10th. And then I have the Hotel Plaza review. Then I have my interview with Josh. Then I have something big I'm doing tomorrow. And what else do I got? I got a bunch of stuff. I got to do these videos, and I got to do the face masks. And it just gets to the point of not having time. It's limited time in the day. Why is the president trying to reopen the schools? You'd have to ask the president about that. So the thing is that in some parts of the country, schools probably should reopen. In New York State, the governor there is going to reopen the schools, and he's a Democrat. I think what's important is the schools need to operate because children are going to lose an education, and we have to balance it. We have to make sure the kids aren't coming home sick. So I don't know, man. It's a tough nut to crack on whether or not you should have schools. But then again, the institutions that are for profit, because you guys do realize our universities are very much for profit in this country. Did you know the endowment for Harvard? Do you guys want to take a guess? Do you know what? First of all, an endowment is money that's collected from donors and it's basically a not-for-profit. So let's see what it's worth. I was reading this and it just blew my mind. Okay, Harvard. Do you want to guess how much the endowment is annually for Harvard University? How much money do they collect? And by the way, they pay no taxes. How much money do you think Harvard collects every single year? And some of you are going to cheat. I know you are. I know you are going to cheat. And that's okay. You're going to put it right in there. It's actually $40.9 billion. And it's tax-free. It's tax-free. They don't pay income taxes on $40.9 billion. Now, what's the average tuition at Harvard? Harvard Yard. Hey, go park the car at Harvard Yard. Average, you like apples? You like them apples. So the average tuition at Harvard is $50,420 per year. Robert, thank you so much. $41 billion. The average student pays just under, we'll round it down or we'll round it up. We'll round it down to $50,000 a year. Meanwhile, public schools across the country are struggling to stay afloat. Harvard doesn't have to open. They have more money than a lot of states generate in a year with their entire economy. But Harvard gets to just sit there tax-free. Now, I'm not railing on it. We have a weird institutionalized type of schooling system in this country. We also, by the way, before you folks crap on us, We also have some of the best education in the world for post-secondary. There's a reason why people come here from all over the world to go to school. Thanks for the heads up last night about the Vegas shows and the TI. Me and my fiance decided to use that money for Hell's Kitchen. Woo! Jerry, awesome. You the man, dog. I can't believe they were trying to sell you show tickets. That's a Phil Ruffin thing. Boom, right down the line. Phil's like, I don't care, sell him the tickets. I don't know how Phil sounds. Does he sound like a bad New York gangster? It's like, but Phil, we're not going to have any shows. The governor said we can't. I don't care, sell them the tickets. They're stupid. They'll buy them. We'll use it for stuff. The credit card companies don't get us till 60 days, you know. We need operating revenue. Have you seen Circus Circus lately? Circus Circus is bad, people. Circus Circus is bad. Thank you so much, Jerry. You're awesome. I love Palace Station Casino. Did you know Palace Station's 44th birthday was July 1st? I didn't know that. Wow, that's Canada's birthday too. So Palace Station opened when Canada opened. I paid $2,000 after financial aid, Cal State. William gets the financial aid, man. You're smart, dude. Yeah, you pay a couple $100 a month essentially to go to school. Very smart. I need a sidekick. I got Blackjack, but he's dead. What are you doing, man? Wake up. Oh, you're just sleeping. You'll get up on the camera later on. Did I miss something or did you not upload a video? Didn't upload a video this morning, Lou. I was just like, I woke up at 9 o'clock this morning. What the hell was I going to talk about? And then I found out there was a bunch of stuff that was sent to me later on. So tomorrow's video is going to cover what the hotels are doing in terms of high technology in a last-ditch effort attempt to stay in compliance with the state. I walked the strip in 95, hot but not bad. Stopped in most of the casinos on the way from Fremont Street to Hacienda. It took about 4 hours. Really, it's a 2-hour straight shot from the Welcome to Las Vegas sign downtown to Fremont Street. So I'm surprised it only took you 4 hours. Then you got to walk the other side. See, the strip is 10 miles long, but it's only 5 miles long, but there's two sides to the strip. Stayed at the Circus Circus in March, and it was sad. Sad Circus Circus. Wah, wah. That's the sad trombone sound. Take Harvard MIT courses for free via MIT EDX. So you can't park your car at Harvard Yard that way, Wall Street. Don't you like apples? Tell Sully. Tell Sully that, what's another Boston name? I'm lost. Can't wait for my Vegas getaway this weekend. I seriously need to get out of California, out of my house. Don't tell Arnold that. He'll be so upset with you. What are you talking about? California is wonderful. It's the best state in the world. I'm governor still. No, you're not. It's Gavin Newsom. Who's Gavin? No, it's me. It's Arnold. I'm governor. Hacienda, where was that place? Where Mandalay is now? Yes, Toyota gang. So we got Hacienda. Still on Hacienda. They didn't call it Mandalay Bay Road or anything like that. Selling a dead person life insurance. I don't know what that's all about, William. I don't think you can get very much. West is the best. The president says schools in Denmark are open. This isn't true. We have summer holidays and children are not in school. That was fake news. Okay, well, I'm curious. Are the schools opening in Denmark when the school season starts? Because I think that might have been what he was referring to, because right now they're just talking about keeping American kids out of school. And I don't have to tell a Danish person, your education system is probably a little bit better, but you also pay a very high top tax rate. Top tax rate in Denmark. Let's see what it is. Boom! 55% of every dollar you make in Denmark goes to funding things like schools. But they do have a much better education system. Nevada is terrible. So top tax rate USA is... who even knows? 37%. So they pay a lot more in Denmark, but they also have better schools. Go figure how that works, right? Martha's Vineyard. Yeah, there you go. I'm at South Point, and it's crowded. I went to the buffet for dinner, and its employees put the food on your plate as much as you want. Well, that's much better than what they're doing at the Wynn, which has become a seated, plated restaurant. Pomade versus gel. I use hair gel. I use this weird Mexican-made hair gel that is like ridiculous. You put too much in your hair and it sucks. I couldn't wear my aviator's hat because it has green in it and it makes the screen go wonky on me. So add your health insurance cost to that. Now, I mean, that's true. However, in a lot of places, like in Canada, they have federal mandated universal health insurance. It's free, but you pay for it, and then it's subpar to what the United States offers in a lot of ways. And Canadians, come at me. I dare you. I have a father who has some health issues, and I know what the system is like for someone who's been chronically sick for the last 35 years of his life. Gorilla Glue in the hair will work, too. It's actually the Gorilla, Moco de Gorilla or something like that, Eric, if that's the one you're thinking about. It comes in those funky bottles that are shaped like lava lamps. headlamps. I can sell you a Harvard degree in the parking lot. Johnny Yuma is going to sell me a Harvard degree in the parking lot. Comes out of the back of his truck. Moco, that's exactly right. Schools were open here in Canada a month before summer break, but classes were split in half, with kids going 2 days a week. They're also really picky with distancing and hand washing in no cases. Well, there you go. Very nice. Gorilla Glue hair gel. It is actually Gorilla Glue hair gel. Boom. William uses that too. It's great, man. You get a little one, it'll last you months and months. Does Blackjack pay taxes? Nah, man. He is a tax-skipping son of a gun. McDonald's University is a thing. It sure is. It's up in Illinois, and you got to go there if you want to become a manager of a McDonald's. Only blah, 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 blah. LA Looks. I used to use that, but LA Looks flakes and doesn't work very well for me. I have to use hair gel, but I recently buzzed my hair off. I was thinking of shaving my head, but then I'm afraid there's a barcode on the back or something, and it'll scare the hell out of me. Bruce wants to sell something. What do you want to sell, Bruce? Ben Stiller has some special hair gel. Yuck, gross. That's a reference from Everybody Loves Mary, or I don't know. There's something about Mary. That was the one. Have you ever been up to the MGM Skylofts? No. Actually, I was supposed to go. So here's what happened. You guys want to hear a story about when I was supposed to go to the MGM Mansion Skylofts? It sucked. It was a mansion or Skylofts. I guess they're different things. I have 130 likes. Give me to 200 likes. I'll tell you how a subscriber totally jerked me around and put me in a really bad spot and made my wife mad at me. Yeah, it's a good story. You guys might want to get me to 200 likes for that one. Very recently, too. Are they going to increase the hotel and other tourist taxes? That's a good question. I don't know. They can't stay very competitive if they do that. They won't stay competitive with other jurisdictions that are opening up. And there's places like New York that'll be open sooner than later, especially for tourism, because their curve is flattening and all that kind of stuff. Have I been to the Palm Springs tramway? I've been to Palm Springs, not to any kind of tramway. I get up to 200 likes. I'll tell you a story about how a subscriber basically nearly made me homeless, my own fault, but then screwed me around, his own fault, on a Conor McGregor fight night at the MGM. It was no fun. My wife was not very happy. But we ended up doing something fun at the end of the night anyways. I'll tell you about that if you want to tell me about stuff. We'll see what happens. 20 more likes and I can tell you that story. Smash the like button. Do you like Coors Light? I don't like most domestics. I don't really drink alcohol. If I'm going to drink, I usually drink an Asian import or Heineken. Or you can't get Canadian beer down here. Go figure why. Schools are opening in the fall here. Kids and staff will have to wear masks. Man, all these people complaining about oxygen, blood oxygen content. They don't even know what they're talking about. There's one lady on Facebook who's screaming and yelling at the governor of New York because she claims she had C19 and hydroxychloroquine would have cured her quickly. First of all, she doesn't know that. Hydroxychloroquine reacts differently in every single individual, so that's the first problem. Second problem is she says, I was there for my 3-month visit, Dr. Cuomo, and I had a mask on, and I had an oxygen meter on my finger. And my doctor had me take off my mask, and my blood oxygen level went from 91 to 99. Well, you're still safe at 91. Shut up. Stop yelling and screaming. I know you're mad because you got C19, and you probably don't like the governor. You probably didn't like him the day he got elected. But that's divisive. That's garbage. That's something that you should have researched, because you don't know if hydroxychloroquine would have saved you. I got 3 more likes. I can tell you guys the story. Whoa, John Ness or Niece. I know I chat with you all the time. I should have asked how to pronounce your name right. Thank you so much, John. Look at that. I'm not going to be able to tell my story. I'm never going to get to 200 likes. That's sad. Thanks, John. Yeah, thank you so much, John. Yeah, so she's screaming and ranting and raving, and then there's all this crap, and people text me this stuff thinking that I'm some kind of extremist right-wing person. I'm not, man. I'm like, look, I can dissect everything she said. She doesn't know what she's talking about. She's not a doctor, or as she would say, I'm not a doctor. Go back to wherever you're from, Karen. And I hate to say that. Oh, my God, it's terrible, right? Because now all the Karens in the chat are upset. Let me see if there's a Karen in the chat. Quite aware I got to over 200. I don't have a Karen in the chat. Thank God for that. Anyways, if your name's Karen and you don't go by Karen, you're awesome. Why was Jeff timed out? Jeff is usually pretty chill. Oh, yeah, Jeff, you got to be... Jeff, don't be gross. Don't be gross, man. All right, so... Jeff was being very R-rated. All right, so here's the deal. So if you guys have been watching the channel for a while, you know that I had to come at you like a legitimate e-beggar because my credit wasn't great, and we got to a point where we were going to have to move. And, you know, we had no money. I was working in timeshare. It sucked, and the channel wasn't where it is, and there was no live. I was doing live streams very occasionally. And I had this guy contact me through email, and he claimed a bunch of stuff. He said that he was a super uber high roller, and that he owned he had a friend who owned 100 different properties in Chinatown, and he wouldn't do a first month, last month, or credit check because as long as this guy met with me, he would vouch for me to his friend that owned all these properties. And then he also said he met me in real life. We walked all the way around the Miracle Mile shops, had a nice conversation. He sold me a bill of goods, and I learned a valuable lesson out of all this, which is that some people will see anything to say anything to get you to give them some attention if they like you on YouTube. And I don't even understand why you like me on YouTube that much to do this to me. He also said, "Oh, listen, man, I have a place out here, but I'm a whale. I gamble big on the sports books. I'm going to be at the Delano. Come on up." I thought it was it's actually Franklin Delano Roosevelt. It's named after him. It's a resort in Florida. And so I did that. It actually panned out. That's the video I did on the channel for the Delano, and you guys can see that video, and that was cool. And then he said, "Oh man, I'll be at the Skylofts tomorrow, and you should come over. There's a McGregor fight going. I got VIP ringside to the McGregor fight." So I came home all excited, and I told Caroline, I'm like, "We're gonna go down and see that biggest room at the mansion at MGM." And I even teased it on Facebook. So the day that it was supposed to happen, we ended up going down to the MGM Grand, valeting the car because it's a long walk and it's cold in January. And we went into the thing, and I texted him, and I got nothing. And then I texted him, and he said, "Oh, the room isn't done up yet." Now it's like 5 o'clock, right? I don't have the equipment to film a room at 5 o'clock at this point. I do now. It's dark because it's January at 5 o'clock. And so we go in, and we don't have any money, really. I don't have money. I'm broke. It's right after the holiday season. So Caroline wants to get a drink, so we're spending some of our last money. Meanwhile, I got the timer ticking on the valet. If you don't know how the valets work here, basically you park your car, you take a ticket, ricky-ticky, take your ticket, and then you pay for what you use. You don't tip your valet anymore. You can tip your valet, but you're going to pay through that machine a calculated hourly rate. So I'm looking at that timer, and I'm looking at my wife who wants to have a good time, but I can't even deliver her a good time. Because she's gonna have a few drinks because she likes, she's a mature adult. She does that stuff. I'm not drinking because I got to drive home, and this guy just ghosts me, and I don't know what happened. And so about an hour in, I get a text. "Steven, the masks are great. Thank you, SC. I appreciate you." So about an hour in, guys, say thank you to SC, please, for me. About an hour and a half in, I get another text. Says, "They're still not ready with the room yet, bro. I got to go to this fight. Give me 20 more minutes." So now I'm 2 hours in, and we don't have a lot of money, and we don't know what we're going to do. And so then 2 hours in, he just disappears. And I said to my wife, I said to Caroline, I said, "You know what, we got to go." She said, "We got to go." She goes, "Why? I thought we're going to see these cool rooms. I thought this guy was solid. He's going to get us a place, right?" I said, "I don't even know anymore." And then she points out, and she gets a little annoyed, and she says, "You know, what kind of super high roller doesn't have two phones?" And I thought, okay, that's actually a really good point, I guess. People who are people of means. And he told me all sorts of crazy things. He told me he was part owner in the movie studio in Atlanta where they filmed the Marvel movies, and that him and his associates were trying to buy a resort here. They wanted to buy the Lucky Dragon, but they weren't in the old boys club for casino ownership, and so they were denied just everything. And I believed him hook, line, and stupid, gullible me sinker. And at the end of it all, we spent 2 hours, $20 on parking, $30 on drinks, and I didn't know, I couldn't make any money at work. It was just slow. We had the C-19 virus looming over us. I was hyper paranoid and worried about stuff. And we ended up going to the karaoke bar. We ended up going to Gimmick Republic with one of her friends. One of her friends took care of us. And it was just what it was. And I met a subscriber there. They drove out to the Gimmick Republic. It's a Filipino karaoke bar. But it was a lesson learned and not to listen to people when they tell you certain things. So all you guys telling me you're going to do this or that or the other. I mean, I had one guy tell me he's going to send me a check in the mail. And for, $500, and I put his name in the credits, and I gave him a producer credit. I made special videos for him. And then he's like, "Bro, I sent it certified mail, man. Your address is no good." People tell you all sorts of stuff, man. That's it. That's what they do. Anyways, it sucks when they do that kind of stuff because you feel like a gullible fool. Hi, he saw your wedding ring and bounced. I always miss these things. No, you're okay, Barbara. We're still here. We've only been here for 29 minutes. I apologize to Steven and all the great moderators. You're fine, Jeff. Don't have to apologize for nothing, man. You're good. Decent ending. The ending of the whole thing is that he strung me along for a lot more. He told me that his friend was going to have these places and that he's got a place himself. So even if his friend bails, he's got a place in Chinatown, brand new, renovated condo, perfect for us. Never happened. Oh, Paul says I got to mask up. So we're going to mask up. Caroline's masks at Vegas Face Mask, no S at the end.com. This is the one. I've been wearing this for days. I actually slept in it last night, hanging around my neck. I don't mind wearing it when I'm out and about, or oot and a boot, as they say in Canada. Gregory, coming to Vegas in August, virus or not, Vegas, here I come. I can't wait. Wow, Gregory, you have a good attitude, and I love you for that. So ultimately, I trusted this guy way too much. I really want to have faith in people. And what I've realized as the channel grows and as the Facebook grows is that some people are just going to be outliers. The vast majority of people are good people, but... You know, as I posted up today, I can't remember who said it. Thomas Edison, maybe. It's like 5% of people think, 5% of people think they think, or 10% of people think they think, or something like that. And 85% of people would rather die than think. Some people just don't think. Not even a dinner from that dude. Nothing, John. It was nothing. I got the Delano video out of it, but then I just goes like one night, I'm like, dude, I trusted you. I put my trust in you. I shouldn't have done that. That was my fault, but you screwed me around. Please don't talk to me anymore. There was an article that came across my feed right now saying U.S. bets. Yeah, okay, so we saw that, Goitcher. We saw that same article. Goitcher's referring to this website that I've never heard of in my whole life called usbets.com. As a reminder to you, I don't just post any crap in the Facebook group. We have to vet all the posts. The moderators post and say, what's this all about? I went to the site, complete speculation, wild speculation. Nothing that says it's going to close. No quotes from anybody, no CEOs, no executives. I have some rumors in my phone from somebody who was a host at the Caesars properties that say that they're going to be opening more properties in August. One of the properties is closed for filming. I'll put that in a video at some point. But yeah, that's what that was. And usbets.com. Have you ever heard of that site before? Did you know that there's a site called, The Ranking? It's called an Alexa ranking. Yeah, we can go and talk about the Alexa ranking of US bets. So they do a competitive analysis. So you know what? Let's take a look. Let's see what YouTube.com is. YouTube.com's Alexa ranking. Here it is. We're going to analyze that site to death right now. And you know what YouTube's site is. It's 12.5 million. Okay, let's US bets. .com. Let's see what theirs is. How many 5.4 thousand visits a month on US bets. I don't put any credence into that kind of a website. They're just doing that for clicks. I've told you guys, do it for clicks. Do it for the clicks. Come on, click my video, click my website, do it. I'm so lonely. I need to have advertisers. The Hangover 4, yeah, it'll be me and Wall Street just going around randomly screaming emojis at people. It'll be fun. Yeah, so what's a morning Martin? What is Martin doing that's making everybody angry? Martin, keep it PG-13. I've asked you, don't make anybody time you out. Come on, guys. Martin's a good one, but he doesn't seem to want to listen, and I'm telling you to listen. There was a betting site to bet on the outcome of SpaceX astronaut launch. Yeah, I'm not surprised. So did you know in the United Kingdom, I don't know if anybody from the UK is watching. Tell me if you are in the comments. In the UK, you can actually bet on the outcome of lots of things, like a white Christmas. And there's like some kind of abbey, which is a church. And if you look up on Christmas and you can see snow from the street level, you can win the bet if you bet that there's going to be a white Christmas in the UK. Joseph Drake, the masks you're wearing is the same mask I received Sabato. I love it. Thanks, Caroline. Great job. Thank you, Joseph. Hello from Calgary. Everybody thank Joseph. I almost said shank Joseph. Oh, my God. Don't do that. Oh, just, Stabbyville. Like when I tell you, get stabby out here. Don't do that to Joseph. I'm coming to Vegas 7/14, 7/16. Vegas isn't shutting down, right? Well, it depends on which channel you're watching. Some people will tell you it is. Some people will tell you it's not. I'm going to tell you, use your senses and don't listen to any of us. No sports. We need something to bet on. Yeah, I mean, yeah. You got soccer, footy, as they say around the world. Are we beating the 1939 record? We'll find out. I'm going to have my temperature gauge. Where is it? It's up there. Temperature gauge up there. Area 51 theme mask. That would be cool, William. I'd like that. We'll try to see if we can get some fabric for that. Baseball starts July 23rd. Hockey starts August 1st. So baseball, that's fine. America's pastime. Hey guys, unpopular opinion. I find baseball incredibly boring to watch on TV unless there's something at stake, like the ALCS. Sorry. The Jays suck, and I'm a Blue Jays fan, so whatever. I'd really like to pay for shipping 2 masks to Denmark. It's like double the price of the masks, event alone. I do have your email. I'll email you back. Okay, I'm sorry. Hey, Steven, is it worth mentioning the snafu at Bellagio? We could talk about this. So you guys want to hear about the screw-up that the Bellagio did? It lost them $250,000. We can talk about that if you guys want to. Tell me in the comments, do you guys want to hear about that? Las Vegas will not only shut down, but will go bankrupt soon. Thank you, Frank. You are the beacon of positivity in this chat. Everyone thank Frank. And moderators, don't even take action. Don't even take action on Frank. He's allowed to have his opinion. His opinion is most likely wrong. Bankrupt. Frank probably lost too much money once in Vegas. Or maybe, I don't know, got caught with something he shouldn't be doing and his wife got mad. So what happened at the Bellagio was that right now, there's only bets on international sports, and there was these Korean soccer games that were going on. So I got to take my ring off. My hand is really, really swollen. I don't know why. It's just the heat, I think. Anyways, there was bets on international soccer games. Now, let's say you're going to bet, the line closes. The line closes means that, and I'm not a big bettor, so I'm not going to tell you what, this and that is, but that means you can't take bets for that sport any longer. So let's say a hockey game is going to start at 7 p.m. They might let you make bets up till 6:30 or something like that. But then once the game starts, you'll know the outcome, so you can't bet anymore. Well, they didn't account for that. So like at 1:30 in the morning, there's a soccer game being beamed in from Korea, and there are people betting on it. So let's say the underdog was now winning and the point spread was blown. The point spread is like, do you think they're going to score more than 5 goals this game, and over unders and all that stuff? Well, people could actively bet on this game while it was in progress. It's called a pass the post bet or something like that. So people started betting heavy on this thing because they realized, hey man, Bellagio, they done goofed. Now we can see what the outcome is, kind of, sort of. And so they made a bunch of bets. And Bellagio lost $250,000. Korean baseball. Okay, makes sense. I thought it was Korean soccer. Anyways, Frank is that guy who didn't want to be filmed the other night. There's a lot of people, man. I've had some nasty people on the strip. They paid Patrick Mahomes $450 million a year for 10 years. Maybe they'll win a bunch of Super Bowls. Maybe he'll turn out to be like a Derek Carr. I don't know. Do you have any history on the old casinos on Fremont? There's some history there. I'm not a Fremont guy. Maybe if I ever get to interview Richard Wilk, I'll ask him some of that stuff. That'll be fun. I bet soccer for the first time and won. Very cool. I knew a guy that was really, really bad with sports gambling, and he started betting soccer under the belief that somehow he had the inside track and that the sports books didn't understand the soccer. And I'm like, I don't know. CB is using some curse words. I'll handle that. That's fine. I don't want to say that word too much. I don't think she was a BI blank 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 because she didn't have to win. I don't know, man. We don't have to call her names, but yeah, she didn't want to wear a mask. I didn't see that one, but I'm not surprised. Did they pay the winners out? I heard they were going to fight it. I don't know. I think by legally they have to if it's a mistake from the casino. Let me tell you, Steve, I've worked at Flamingo for over 33 years, dude. Well, used to remember who told you Vegas is toast. Frank, I don't care if you worked at the Flamingo for 150 years, unless you're the guy who actually makes the laws, and that would be Steve Sisolak. You're going to tell me Vegas is toast. Look, man, if Caesars Entertainment wants to run a massive deficit and keep the buildings open, that's exactly what they're going to do. But the stocks on the casinos keep going up, so Wall Street likes them right now. So, Frank, you can make all those bold predictions and try to rain on everybody's parade here, and that's totally cool. But if you do it a third time, then we'll probably just ask you to leave because you obviously hate this city. Frank, you hate the city. I'm sorry you worked at the Flamingo for 33 years, man. I know somebody who's been there for 25 years, absolutely hates his job, wants to basically hang himself every time he has to go to work. Thank God he hasn't done it because he's a father and a husband. So if you don't like your job, man, I'm sorry. Hey, man, everything's done for because I don't like what I do. Is that what that is? God bless you, Frank. I hope you smiled today. I would recommend you go watch Koi Vo or Russell Peters. They're very funny comedians. They will make you smile. Or go watch the Dana Carvey Netflix special. It's very funny. Will you please try to open the buffets and give us your... Will you please try to open... Oh, man, I mean, that would require me spending nearly $200 on the Wynn buffet after parking and everything and time is said and done. But maybe we'll try to get on there. Disgruntled employee. Yeah, I mean, anytime somebody tells me that their gauge of expertise is that they've worked at a property for a really long time, unless you're a high-level manager, you wouldn't be saying that in the chat right here. Vinny Pots and Pans is crapping all over Frank. Oh, my God. Yeah, so unless you're a high-level manager, and if you were, you're not posting this here because you probably make $100,000 a year income, and you don't want to say those ridiculous things, so you don't want Vegas to close. But then again, hey man, maybe Vegas closes and then I make a new channel. If I made a new channel, it'll probably just be a social commentary channel on all the stupid things in the world. Vegas needs wave pools so I can surf. They do have a wave pool down at the Mandalay Bay. It's called the Beach. I don't know if they do enough waves. I'm not sure if they have like, oh, you know what they used to have at Planet Hollywood? Planet Hollywood used to have, they had a wave pool on top. And you could actually surf on that wave pool. It's pretty cool. Vegas needs wave pools. Okay, saw the sad mini movie about Vegas closed. Used to live there for 30 years. Oh, was that my mini movie, Sandy? I made one. I'm sure I'm not the only one. There's probably better ones, like by production companies. In Iowa, we'll be there September 1st. Talked, met Cali friends into coming. Very cool, man. Very cool. Sisolak doesn't make the law. We're here in America. I have a thing called the Constitution. Frank, we have states' rights. And so we do have a constitution. And this is fun. This is what I wanted yesterday. We have so don't mods, I swear to you, mods, I'll unmod you if you get rid of Frank, unless he starts cursing and cussing and saying racist, anti-Semitic things. He's fine. Frank, we have a constitution. You're totally right. You know what? First 10 amendments are the preamble, and it's great, and it gives us the right to have freedom of speech, just like you. But here's the thing. We also have states' rights. States' rights were granted, and the reason why states' rights were granted and then taken back, see, the original Constitution that was drafted in this country, it was a little bit too much anti-federalist, okay? So originally, the states couldn't collect any income tax. The federal government could hardly collect any taxes from any states. Alexander Hamilton was the first Secretary of Treasury in this country, and he changed all that because after the Revolutionary War, basically, they owed a lot of war bonds to the people who were out of work fighting the Revolutionary War, and then we changed the Constitution to give the states rights, but give the federal government rights. But we still have states' rights. You know, every single state in our country, Frank, is its own mini republic, and we elect our own government, and our government drafts the laws for us in each state. So the state of Utah versus Nevada versus California can all do very different things. We can set our own tax rates. We can shut down the state to business. We can open the state to business. Now look, if Sisolak doesn't shut down the state to business, then the casinos can continue to operate. If the casinos decide to shut down on their own accord, then they would be committing business suicide because people are still coming here. So let's say that your company, Caesars, decides to shut their doors. What does that do? That leads everybody who would have gone to a Caesars property to go and enjoy the M life or go to check out what the Wynn has to offer. And then they might lose a customer for life. Because if you think this thing will never end, you're wrong. And that's why I'm not worried unless Sisolak pulls a trigger. For being bad, don't paddle me. Wait, you got a paddle? For being bad, I don't even know. Paddle. I wouldn't paddle you, Martin. You're awesome. So there you go. States' rights. I'm not very good at debating anybody. What do I know? Anyways. Hey, Steve, you could do Vegas Nightly News. Oh, my God. Fighting the Frizzies at 11. Yeah, I could do a news anchor voice. So if they can open the schools, they can have conventions. That's a point. We could get there. Brandon Ellis, does Vegas have any German-based hotels and restaurants? There's I can never pronounce it. It's on the corner of Paradise Road and Harmon Avenue. It's called Hoffenbrafen House or something like that. And they are a big German-themed place, and they have Oktoberfest every single month. Or as Willie from groundskeeper Willie said, there's no such thing as Scotchtoberfest. You lied to me, Skinner. Okay, so we suffer through Frank's blah, blah, blah. Or you could just avoid them. Once we suffer through Frank's civic lessons. No, because I like the recourse. You see, here's the deal. Did somebody time them out? I guess not. I don't know. Here's the deal, man. We got to thank the mods in the channel. I thanked everybody on the Facebook group. Martin says, thank the mods. Yeah, you guys are great mods. And thank you, Martin D. I thanked the mods on my Facebook group today. I got a bunch of them. And I thank them for making it a great place, man. Cafe Berlin on Southset Road. Yeah, I actually forgot about that. So that's on Sunset and Decatur, I want to say. Yep, and it's delicious. If you like German stuff and you come out here and you want to get some things from Germany, you go to the International Marketplace on Tropicana and Decatur. It's across the street from the Orleans, and over there they have all sorts of imported things from different parts of the world. So if you can't pick it up and you don't want to order it from Germany and or an import shop, you can get it there, usually for a very, very, very good price. Gotta love the ladies dressed out for Oktoberfest, Vinny says. Very true, I guess, in a way. I'm not worried unless it mutates into a zombie apocalypse, open schools, or gets the funds cut off. You know, it's a complicated thing. I'm not a treasury of a state or anything like that. Let's see. Oh, One Ohio Lawn Landscapes in Northeast Ohio. Where are you located? What areas do you serve? Oh, we got an ad. We got a good Juju is going to have. He's going to do business with somebody. I've connected businesses. Very nice. Very nice. On the news today, there were. Okay, so I'm going to read Goicher's like a news broadcaster's. Today, everybody's freaking out about a $1.2 billion gap to pay for local services like schools. These casinos really need to find a way because their money is too important to Vegas. That's true. I was thinking of that too, and I said that in a chat a couple of days ago. I said that it's a domino effect. If the casinos close, then we don't have the income and the revenue coming from live entertainment taxes eventually, restaurants, bars, alcohol sales, tobacco sales, and all the other sales of things that I don't mention on the channel that they made legal a couple of years ago. So when we don't have that income, we have a budget deficit, and we already have one. And if we have a bigger budget deficit, state's done for, man. What do? Run to the government and try to make some money happen from them? Yeah, let's talk about that scorpion. Yeah, it rocked me like a hurricane. That's the scorpions? I don't even think that's the scorpions. But no, there was a giant scorpion. I posted it up on Facebook. It was giant to me. It was about that big. A couple of inches, maybe a few centimeters, 5 centimeters or so. And it was not fun. And I walked out my door to take out the garbage yesterday, not wearing shoes, which is bad. And when I came in, I look at the door, and it's right on the crack where the door, French doors, they open up. And I'm going, oh, geez. Oh, I don't like them. Oh, I hate them. And I worry about the cats. That's what I really worry about. We have some of the most deadliest scorpions in North America. The one most deadliest is native to Arizona and Nevada. And so anyways, I took this broom. My wife calls it a walis. That's a Filipino term, Tagalog term. And it's made out of bamboo. And I start smacking it. It's actually maybe coconut tree. I don't know. I start smacking this thing, and it starts running around, and I have to kill it. Scorpions are no fun. No fun at all. Rock you like a hurricane. That was the scorpions. Very nice. You want me to time out Jeff? Why would I time out Jeff? Jeff's a good chatter. I can't be bought. That's not fair. Don't time out Jeff, anybody. It's not worth $5 to make somebody who's always in the chat happy or unhappy. Getting stung is no fun. Was it on your wall? It was on the door. So when the door opens up, like this is your little door frame, and part of the door opens this way and this one opens that way. It was right on that seam right there. And I just worry about the cats. Don't be worried about moving here, Miss Corey B, because you can get scorpion traps. And most people won't have scorpions. I'm in an area where there's not a lot of stuff. There's a lot of dirt and things. That's a paddling. Martin, you might be... You might be quoting The Simpsons. I don't know for sure. I went to Manila in 1986. Marcos was president. Ooh, boy. Yeah, you went there at an interesting time in that country's history. What about doing school-themed fabric for teachers and students? Oh, Mel, you're a smart cookie. I'm going to text my wife that right now so she gets it. Joe got stung once. So some of them are bad. Some of them are really bad. Some of them just hurt like a wasp or a hornet stings you. Let me see here. I'm going to type this to my wife. School-themed fabric return to school idea from YouTube chat. There you go. I just texted her, so that's a good one. Maybe $6. I don't know what that is. Scorpion is my favorite Mortal Kombat character. Get over here. Yeah, I thought he said get over here, Toyota. What do I know? I always played at Scorpion. Not being negative, but I heard the strip has been sketchy lately. With what, Mike? Well, I'm not sure what you mean, so if you want to elaborate. Hi, Caroline. Need more gaming-themed fabric? My local store has lots, $5.99 a yard. She probably does, because we sell a lot of gaming-themed stuff. I got that beat. Monday night, stepped on a sewing needle, went clear through my foot, had a tetanus shot yesterday. I got you beat, Goiter. You guys want to hear a story? You want to hear a story about how I had a nail sticking through my foot, a big construction nail, but I don't have enough likes, so I can't tell you a story. I'm really sorry. Okay, so give me some likes. What about an Arnold fabric? No, they don't make such a thing. Maybe they make a Terminator fabric. Probably be on Etsy and take 2 months to make. Okay, Martin, put up your $5 and I'll time them out. Tamara, you're not going to time them out. Please don't time them out. And if you time them out, Tamara, I'll have to remove the mod who times somebody out. We can't be bot on the channel. That's not how this works. Kids have to wear masks at school. Yes, they do. The government mandated that people must wear seatbelts for their own safety. Most people don't have an issue. This is true. So let's see what we got. Great job, Steve. I really want to relocate from Chicagoland to Vegas. What do you think the employment picture will look like? Lou, that's dependent on what you do for employment. If you tell me that you're a plumber, you're always going to have a job. If you tell me that you work in a service industry, it might be a little sketchy for you. So here we go. I saw a lot of Halloween fabric at the craft warehouse. That would be cool. We got Christmas stuff up already. I'm a Filipino living in Chula Vista that surfs in Mexico. Very cool, man. My kuya down Richard. My kuya in Chula Vista, California. Very cool. That means brother, by the way. When I went to the Philippines, I went to a gym called Kuya Ate. That means brother or sister. Anyhow, okay, anyways, here's the deal. I'll tell you anyways. When I was working construction down in San Diego, in Chula Vista, by the way, I was working with a construction guy. He was a master carpenter, and he had one of those pneumatic air guns, and he had disabled the safety. The way those air guns work is when you put the gun on, you have a safety, all right, and it pushes down, and then you can pull the trigger. Well, he had his just permanently pushed down. So here I am, rock you like a hurricane. It glanced my foot and it just popped through my foot. So imagine these are your toes. I had a nail sticking through this entire thing. It was a 16D nail. It's a construction nail made for lumber to hold your house together, and it was sticking through my foot like that, but it had bent in. So we went to Mexico, got it removed because my uncle's cheap and he didn't want to go to Kaiser Permanente, and it was fun. How's the Philippines dealing with the virus? Population is so high there. It's not really that many people. I think it's like 91 million people or something like that. Last time, how many people? What's the population of the Philippines? You know, I should know this, right? I'm so bad. What's the population of the Philippines?
In 2018, the population of the Philippines was 106,651,922.
Isn't that very specific? That's crazy. So that's how many they got. And by the way, most of those people are not located anywhere but the central island of Luzon, where Manila is. Yeah, it's been hit hard. For some reason, they had a massive surge in the Philippines of cases, and it's going to get worse into October. Jeff asked to be timeout if he paid $5. I don't even know what's happening anymore. You guys are crazy. Tamara paid $1.09. I don't know what's going on anymore. You guys are great for supporting me on the chat, by the way. There's a lot of people on the small island chain. My wife is from the south. Her city is only had like 35 cases in the whole entire city, and they're still shut down, and it's a political ploy, and that's all it is. But I won't get into it because we don't do politics here. Our stores like ones at New York, closed after dark. I think they're open. I mean, some of the little shops are open. Some of the retail's open. Some of the stores are open till 9, especially if they face the strip. Security, law enforcement and security, Lou says. I don't know what that's all about. When I was a kid in Oklahoma, they were sliding down storm door shelters and made out the roof and landed. Oh, it sounds horrible. Seatbelt laws. So we have all this. Now we're losing our focus. Our focus is this is still a great city. Okay, you guys are wonderful. Jeff is here having a great time. I'm glad you're having a great time. Been working through this whole crazy thing. Steve, only employee, working 40 hours plus overtime on a site with 300 employees. Very nice, William. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to work at the magazine, calling people. We're doing our top women of influence issue, trying to get a magazine covers. And you're asking people for a lot of money in a bad economy. Richard Wilk had fun time the other night on the live stream. We chatted today briefly via Instagram. Very cool. Yeah, Richard Wilk is one you can reach out to. He's in charge of the marketing down at the D Resort. Super fun guy. Maybe I'll sit down and talk to him someday. What about the other theme fabrics, Halloween, etc.? We could start doing that. I mean, if you guys, I mean, the masks are going to be around for a long time, so keep checking the site, and I'll keep having some for you. VegasFaceMask.com. It's right up there. I don't discuss three things: religion, politics, and the Great Pumpkin. There is no Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. I hate to tell you. Okay, Steve provides COVID therapy. I don't know about that, John, but thank you very much. I appreciate it. And I want to thank everybody for listening to the chat today. You guys have been great. I got 600 in the chat somehow. The best viewers on YouTube are here. You should do a live stream downtown. I've done plenty of those. Jacob Thompson says, is there work there in Vegas for a maintenance worker? I tell everybody, if you have the money, try to do your own thing in Las Vegas. Get licensed. Be an entrepreneur, but it's not for everybody, trust me. But you can do a great job if you're in maintenance, but a lot of them are casino jobs right now, and maintenance did stick around, but they furloughed a lot of employees. Okay, and you don't talk about Fight Club, Mitch Miller says. And what's the first rule of Fight Club? Don't talk about Fight Club. His name was Robert Paulson. I always wanted to visit the Mod Museum. Worth it. I also remember a Kiss Mini Golf. The Kiss Mini Golf moved to the Rio, so it's in the Rio. The Rio is closed, so that's closed. And the Mod Museum is apparently worth it. That's what everybody has told me, but I have not been there myself. I was wondering about the employment picture for security-related jobs. Lou, if you're a specialist, you will get a great job working at the casino. You'll have to be on call. You might not be able to drink alcohol. You're always going to carry a gun. Those are the kind of people that are always in high demand at the casinos. Art masks just sewn from cotton fabric. So just buy a high thread count and fabric sheet. Okay, yeah, DJ's right. You don't have to buy my wife's masks. You can just make your own out of a cotton sheet. That's true. You can make a cotton sheet. I'm going to wear this one, though. I like this one. It goes up over my nose. My glasses don't fog up. I got it. It goes underneath my chin as well. It's nicely fitted, and I don't lose it. So, yeah, you could definitely use a cotton sheet. You know what you could also do? You could just take a piece of fabric and stick it to your face and walk around like this in the stores and look like a moron. But I'm going to use this because I like this. When you start a PC and server maintenance repair business, want to start a PC and server maintenance business. That's an interesting gig. There's a lot of new companies coming about that need that kind of work. PC repair, computer repair, as long as you're honest and reliable. Do I carry a gun? Well, Kevin, we don't talk about firearms here. YouTube doesn't like that stuff. Scrolling through the news site, and it says something about Vegas curfew. What is that? Went back and couldn't find it. I don't know anything about that, and I pay for the Review Journal now. There has always been a curfew, but I don't know that they're instituting a new one. So here we go. We have a Las Vegas City update from June 25th, but I don't see anything about a curfew. That might have been, yeah, so the city of Las Vegas ended a temporary curfew. Looks like they had a temporary curfew. Oh, okay. There was curfews in April, so maybe you were looking at something. I don't know. I don't see anything about a curfew, so I think you are fine in Las Vegas. Not enough oxygen when wearing a mask. That's the same as people who said that they can't breathe when wearing a seatbelt. I'm thinking about getting into the timeshare sales in Vegas. Any suggestions? Big Bear says, yeah, work for a giant corporation. Wyndham, Marriott, Hilton. Don't work for a small one. Small ones are incredibly hard to move up in. And big companies want you to move up. There's no curfew in Vegas. Masks hide your double chin, so I bought 3. Oh, thanks, man. I have a genetic double chin. Even when I was the skinniest I've ever been, I still had one. My allergies went away when I started wearing masks. Well, look at that. Richard from Social Stuff 619, he likes the masks. That's good. Are the prices on houses in Vegas going up? Yes, they went up last month, actually. So we have very low inventory, and a lot of people want to buy houses out here. Do you think it's a bad idea to take a kid to Vegas? Right now, it's probably a better time to bring your kids to Vegas, as long as you keep with the Vegas activities. I would budget for renting a car and going off the strip. Time to watch my favorite YouTuber and smoke. Well, I'm actually going to be out of here in 3 minutes or so, guys. Favorite YouTuber, I concur. Well, thank you, guys. I appreciate you. Everyone is attractive all of a sudden with a mask on. I fear that we're creating a bunch of people. We're gonna create a society where everybody's gonna be attracted to the eyes. So those with attractive eyes will have the advantage because you can't see the mouth, you know? And that's what it is. And so I don't know about my eyes. I'm wearing the glasses tonight. My ojos, as they say in Spanish. I only had allergies when I was in Las Vegas. Yeah, it's all that stuff in the desert. I agree. Never joined a live stream until now. Well, thank you so much, Desiree. I appreciate you. I'm going to go to the casino. Okay, we'll see you later, Joe. Myself and friends have always used the tram between MGM. Yep, you're not doing that. It's still closed, man. It's still closed. I mean, it's a lot of people in close proximity, and it's impossible to clean that thing properly. I'm going to order a couple of masks. Oh, thank you, Lou. That's cool of you. I appreciate it. It's vegasfacemask.com, but we don't ship outside the United States because it's way too much of a hassle. I think when the protests were going on, there was a curfew. There might have been. I only had crabs in Vegas. Was it seafood? Badum-ching. That's not funny. Did I miss Blackjack? No, he actually left on his own accord. So he was a traitor tonight. Order filled out form for 2 masks. Haven't seen a reply yet. Just want to confirm. If you did that, I have to get to them. I do them in batches every day or so. And so you'll see a shipping label. That means she's making them and they'll be shipped out to you. If you paid with PayPal, then you're fine. If not, I have to invoice you. So you won't get anything. But there's a PayPal link right on the page, people. Come on, man. Tell me 2, 4, or 6 masks. Just do it. Do it. Pay for your masks. I got a whole stack of people that never paid for anything. What a waste of time and effort. All right, thank you guys so much. Big Bear's making me very uncomfortable. We got 1 minute left in the chat. You have a great eyes, very handsome. Oh, thank you. That's good. Goo 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 bajoob. Okay, whoops, wrong chat. Big Bear says, Steve, is the Deuce running now? Yeah, it's running. They might modify the schedule and modify the routes or the routes, depending on what part of North America you're from. But yeah, it's running. You can get on the bus. It's on the strip. My host gave me a face shield. Very nice, Joe. That's nice of him. I just found out I can't use my current mask when in Disneyland reopens. Yeah, UI check will be getting masks from you. Why can't you use your current mask in Disney? Oh, I know why. Your mask probably has something on it that Disney doesn't like. Yeah, Disney doesn't like certain things, certain patterns and prints and stuff like that. Anyways, you guys are great. You've been great. It's been a slice of life. Can you get me a job as a card slapper? I actually did that job once, Mike. It wasn't very fun. Arnold talking to groundskeeper Willie. No. I got to talk like a Scottish person. Is anybody from Scotland here? If you're from Scotland, I'm going to offend you. It's going to be great. Aye. Scott, you got to be a Scottishman. How do you talk like a... I got to do it from the bottom of my... If you're going to talk like a Scotsman, you got to talk with your tongue. You got roll up the rim to win. Oh, it's terrible. I used to do a great Scottish one. So how would noose necklace? How would I? So okay. So Arnold talking to. I'm reading the chat. I shouldn't be doing that. Hello, Willie. Hi, it's me, Arnold. And Arnold Schwarzenegger, you know me, as the governor of California. I'm coming to Springfield. Hey, Arnold, I can't do Willie. Groundskeeper Willie, I can't do it. Damn it, guys, I'm sorry I failed you. Okay, double check on AM Orbi router. Great signal, but pricey. Damn, those are some great routers, man. I love it. This is a piece of garbage, and it sucks. But I wish I had that Orbi router. They are expensive. Google makes also one that's really, really good. But they're like $200 a piece. And I really need this house lit because my internet connection upload speed is limited to 5, which is fine for the live streams. But I needed to be consistent. You guys are great. Groundskeeper Willie. Oh, it's Willie. Arnold, yeah. Willie, go over there and pick up the leaves. You don't tell me what to do, Willie. I mean, Arnold, I can't do it. It's terrible. But if you want to sound like a Scotsman, just go watch So I Married an Axe Murderer. Hey, look at his head. It looks like a watermelon on a toothpick. Something like that. All right, you guys are good. We're going to go. It sucks. I have an Asus router. It doesn't work for me. I left it in the heat too long. I have an Asus router. Yeah, anybody wants to connect with me, maybe we can fix this thing. I don't know. All right, now's the time that we have to go. Arnold loves you. I love you. The cats love you. Caroline loves you. Thanks for sitting in front of the MGM tonight, Steve. Right, and Bellagio security didn't even bust me. All right, we got to get to the chopper. Let's go. Come on. There can only be one. I'm the Highlander. Look at me with my sword. Look at me, Christopher Lambert. It's not you. It's me. You're not Arnold. I'm Arnold. Well, I was the Conan. I know how to use swords. There you go. How's that? Is that good for you? You like that? All right. Caroline's closing the door and smirking at me going, you're an idiot. You know that? It's a Scottish voice. I eat babe. Oh, my God. Oh, yeah. You got to yell when you do Scottish people. You got to yell when you do Arnold. Aye. If you want to be a Scotsman, you got to yell when you talk. You got to roll your tongue when you talk like a Scottish person. Maybe people say, aye, you're trying to sound like Shrek. I'm spitting as I talk. Oh, that's not a Scotsman for me. That's a Campbell for me. I'm an Irish Campbell. I'm an Irish Scotsman. I don't understand it. Oh, that's terrible. Oh, it's so bad. Maybe I'll work on that. I have worked on Arnold. I've been trying to work on Arnold when I'm not on camera, so I think it's getting better. Good to end the night with a laugh. Arnold is in the chat, but Arnold is a woman. Who's Arnold? I don't really want Arnold woman. I just need a kilt now. Okay. Beavis. Shut up, Beavis. That's a terrible one, too. Chris Farley, Shrek. Yeah, that would have been funny. If you guys don't know this, Chris Farley was going to be Shrek. And he wasn't. I don't think he was going to be Scottish. There's actually a demo reel of Chris Farley as Shrek out there. COVID has been terminated. You got it, Steve. Best channel ever. Thank you, Jacob. Love it. Hi, Caroline. Have a great night. Scottish Arnold. Hi, I'm Scott. Yes, hello. I'm Scottish Arnold. Oh my God, it's Scottish Arnold Schwarzenegger. Get to the chopper. Oh, Christopher Walken. I can't do Christopher Walken. This watch, my father gave me this watch. It's terrible. It's not very good. I don't do a lot of impressions. You guys seem to not think that I do some kind. I'm not some. There's good impressionists on there, you know. There's good ones on there. I don't like it either, guys. I really don't. Why was Bronx Zoo's message deleted? D's nuts. That's okay. That is not that offensive. It's not that offensive. All right. That's it, I think. Everybody stop chatting. Good night, everybody. You guys have a good night. Beam me up, Scotty. Beam me up, Arnold. Say good night this week, Caroline, from the 3-2-1 click. Yeah, I gotcha. Ain't nobody messing with my click. That's a song by Kanye West. Scottish Arnold was pretty good. As a Scotsman who lived in Australia for a few years. Yeah, maybe. You know how you tell your accents apart? I use an analogy. Scottish people, just imagine you're bouncing a ball. Okay? You're bouncing a ball. Scottish people are like a little tiny dribble, and Australians are like a big one where the ball bounces really high when they talk. And people from England are somewhere in the middle right there. That's how you can tell your accents. All right. And New Zealanders, they're hard to pin down, man. And don't ever confuse a New Zealander with an Australian, and don't confuse Canadians with Americans. They have an issue with that. Is it weird that Arnold's has been living this way 15? No, I don't know, man. That is weird, isn't it, Toyota? You think if he was ever elected president, he can't be, but you think the day after he was elected president, he'd be like, yeah, I fooled all of you. This is how I've been talking for 35 years. All right, guys, we got to go. Seriously, it does suck. 3, 2, 1, click. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Thank you for watching. We'll have a morning video tomorrow. I promise. Click.